Welcome back, our viewers. This is going to be our last segment. As we stopped, we were conversing about the
Oh,
going to heaven.
yeah, we were good. It was pretty vast, the areas of discussion. I think we were talking about uh, believing or not believing, and all this stuff. So this is there's no question of believing or not believing. You only believe uh, the known. The unknown, when you believe the unknown, you are just more or less taking your chances. And when you are taking your chances, you just forget about every other thing. That is why people are easily deceived, because they are taking their chances and they believe anything anybody tells them when it comes down to who they are worshiping.
Yes.
And that's why I said earlier on, that is why you see all these pastors, they take advantage of them and tell them to empty their account. uh, they should they should bring everything to God. They should do this, they should do that, and then they are pocketing everything in their own wallet, and driving the best cars, flying jets, and all those stuff. And people are believing that. People are believing that. So when you tell them, if you are the one that's telling them what they are doing, they should think about it. They will be attacking you and say, "What are you talking about? That's the man of God. Touch not my anointed," as if your anointed is not a human being. So there are a lot of things you can watch on social media. You see what all these pastors are doing. You
And
know.
I think Nigeria have a good record of having very wealthy men of God
Yeah.
and driving Porsche and flying private jets. While I do believe those kind of resources that they're using, they could bring it back to the community and share it. But again, it goes back to where I was saying about capitalism, which is a business. So somebody becomes more so that we can admire them. And those who have more, we see them like having made it. Meanwhile, you as a poor person, and that's where there's a lot of, I believe, poverty in Africa. Most of it is because you believe you are going to live impoverished life here and expecting to go live and be rewarded
Somewhere.
somewhere else, while even those people who are preaching to you, they're enjoying the things that are God have blessed us with it here. And I know some men of God or pastors or people who are leaders in that realm, they support others. But I think this topic of you have to prosper if you are um,
Yeah.
in a certain church.
Yeah. Um. uh, I just need to emphasize on about this again, that I'm not saying that all pastors
Yes.
are like that. There are good ones there. They actually fear and believe who they believe,
Yes.
and they don't trample or use people. I forgot some of these pastors' name because I don't really much care about them. There's one that tells you, it's like when he's preaching, he's telling you what you are supposed to know. That you know, it doesn't mean that you cannot do this, you cannot walk, you cannot stop worshiping your pastors. And it's the pastor says, stop worshiping your pastor. Your pastor will say this, everybody will just go crazy about it. You know. So, and you are living in a thatch house, your pastor is living in a executive flashy place, and then you are still defending that person. It's mostly painful when all these pastors, when they do bad things, and you see their followers believing, defending them, as if that their pastor is not
They're not
subject to,
human
they are
being.
not human being, and they cannot make mistake. That is what is the most, and it's very common. If you go to social media, if you tell somebody about a pastor that has issue that is circulating there now,
Yeah.
even without any hesitation, they will be attacking you that you don't
Yes.
attack the pastor as a man of God. They can't even think that what about if actually that's pastor they claim they are so worshiping, they are bowing for, actually did what they said they did.
And I think
They never think
I
about
think
that.
we can and history doesn't erase some of the things that we can see, because most of when Christianity actually came in terms of Catholic and stuff, and there are historically some atrocities that have been done in the name of believing the people who are, so this is not my word, it's things that if you do your own research you realize that there are some things that have been done, and some people have apologized for things that have been done in name of being under that uh,
Religion.
religion and
What about
churches
yeah? But what about slavery?
and even slavery, which
Slavery.
teaches, there's even that Bible that really teaches
Yeah,
obey your
you know.
master.
But see, slavery, for example, you have people, you know, a, a particular race were just enslaved in the name of religion.
Yes.
So you come in with religion and then enslaving people, make them go through hell, and you want people to believe that person that you brought to them is actually the God that they ask you to worship. So your God, the one you just enslave, that send you to come and enslave us, put us through hell, and want us to believe and worship that person, that is the true God. And it baffles me that that's what they are doing. They are believing that God that asked them, that sent them to come enslave you. So, what I said, whether that God exists or not, is I don't even care about that. What matters is if you use that name of that God to enslave a whole race, a whole group of people, can't you just think now that those people need to be thinking that what type of God would allow that?
And again, that's why I said we need to go in all around and understand where we fell in all the trap, because remember, then if African were thinking for themselves the way they were thinking, they should have been asking this question: why we don't see a lot of progress, and why but again, I think we had this conversation on our last episode where I was saying that about the education that really doesn't help us to be thinking critically, to ask this question without fear of being judged and told you are doing something or you're questioning a man of God, because all these things are out there. You can see the disadvantages of
I'm not sure what you mean by education, because
the education, because as you're saying, if you can look at the same thing have said, you get slavery, you get colonized, which has a bad history. It's there if you do a lot of reading and how they have underdeveloped Africa. So how come we don't have leaders who think outside the box and question all these atrocities and
a lot of leaders, 99% of leaders in Africa know about these things, but they are puppet. They will never
so they're
challenge
enjoying
that. They're
and
enjoying it. They benefit from it. So why would they you know take away what they are benefit? When they are benefiting from something, they are not going to let it go, so they will defend it.
right.
So it really doesn't matter what. An example, I was talking to a friend last time. I said, let's say for example, hypothetically, again,
Yes.
this is a hypothetical question, and I said we were just talking. I said, if they're going to bring vaccine to Africa,
Yes.
take for example, Kenya or Nigeria or Guinea,
Yes.
and they go and meet the president. I say, well, we have vaccine for you.
Yes. And you
For
don't have to pay anything.
no, you have to pay.
Okay.
You pay for the vaccine.
Okay.
Because it's hard to get vaccine. Now, almost the developed countries they are trying to find a way to get more vaccine to vaccinate their citizens.
Yes.
Yeah, but the examples I was discussing with this person was that, okay, let's take a look at this. We have vaccine coming to an African country.
Yes.
You know what the leader is going to do? He's just going to embrace it.
And look at
He's not going to think about whether the vaccine is good.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a damn whether the vaccine is good. But the point that he just want to tell his people that he was able to bring vaccine to the people. Now, like I said before in the last episode, I'm not saying, and I'm repeating, I'm not saying that the vaccine that will be supplied will be bad.
Yes.
But I'm just giving
it will be very bad for human rights.
Yeah, but I'm just using that as an example. I say, look at it that way. If you bring vaccine to a leader and the leader just give it to the people, you know, and then you want to be praised for doing that, which is good. Now let's look the other way now. And then you have a leader that you are bringing the vaccine for, and they say, you know what, this vaccine, we can pay for it, but we're going to try, we're going to test it, we're going to find out whether it's a genuine one. So if it's not a genuine one, let's assume, for example, it's not a genuine vaccine.
Yes.
It's full of garbage. And then they know that you are going to do what now? Do a research, try and find out whether it's a good one.
Yes.
They know that if you find out that it's not a good one, then that's a problem.
Yes.
Before you start to even
bring
talk
it to
about
the
it,
yes.
Before you talk about it, if you're a bad leader, what they will do, these people, because they are in business, they tell you, look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just give it to your people. This will be good for your people, but for you, we don't mind. We can give you $100 million. We put $50 million in your account. He just sold out. He already knew. I had the perception that verse is not a good one. Now, but because they are not buying him over, what's he going to do? He doesn't care about his people anymore. He gives them the vaccine, good or bad, and then he pocket the money because he's been
greedy.
Bought. Yeah, he's greedy. He's been bought over.
Yes.
So this is what is happening all over. Apart from the vaccine, the same thing with food. Like I said last time, I said Africa is a dumping ground for all these things. So all you need,
even second-hand clothes.
Second-hand clothes. In Africa, you are discovering what they call plastic rice.
Oh yeah.
But these people doing it, who are in this business in Africa, going to wherever this is coming from, China, whatever it is, they know what they are buying. But because they are making the money,
and their own, they will want them not to buy from.
Oh, it's an agreement. So you are going there to buy what? To buy plastic rice to supply your people. Yeah. Because you are making money off it. Yes. So if the person don't give a damn about who is going to consume it, he's just making his money. And he's not going to eat that rice. He's going to eat the correct one, but because it's a business. And the people that is going to buy it for, they say, look, you need it. You need it. We're going to even pay you money, for this. So something of, for example, $5, the girl said, okay, we give for $2. They just want the market for it. They got the market through you now, and you are saying, wow, instead of $5, okay, you go for it. Because you are going to make more money now. Yes. This is the problem we are talking about. And how do you solve this problem? It's because of the greed. And
I think it's
a big thing.
I think back to education. I think Africa has educated people who can question these things, who can even do the research, but the greed have, unlike the developed country where they have institutions that can verify things and also people question very well. Like I think many people have a way of questioning. Like I don't see anything that would come to Canada and people will be quiet.
They have it. They have all these countries in Africa. They have department that take care of all those things.
Yes.
Whether we are bringing fake things, but all this they don't go through that channel. Every people are bribed to circumvent going through that process.
Don't you think there is bribe also in places like this? Maybe in like even in the most developed countries.
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
Because you're saying, I see, and I think we're together in terms of how sometimes, even though there's corruption, even in these countries that we live in, it's not as prevalent like the way it's in Africa, where people don't care. Like they're
this,
willing to take anything,
no,
but here people they will come and question you, and you'll have to pay for it.
yeah, but it's different. Here's it different.
Hmm.
There's nowhere. There's no corruption is everywhere.
Yes.
But in Africa, if you are a president or if you are any government official or a politician,
Hmm.
you know, you are caught. You just bribe your way through. You don't. They don't. None of them goes to prison. But here, or in a developed society, where there is also corruption, but just don't be caught. Because when you are caught,
You pay
face
for it.
you pay for it.
Hmm.
It's not that it's not, but you must not be caught. Because if you are caught, that is. But in Africa, when you are caught back in Africa,
Hmm.
they
It goes
just
under the table.
they go under the table. They find their way out. So that is where problem is. So it's not that there's no corruption everywhere. It's everywhere. It's just that in some countries, yes, don't be caught. In the U.S.,
Hmm.
people go to jail for lying. In
Even
Africa,
here, I think the
yeah,
most recently,
yeah. But in Africa, just
yeah,
even if you are caught lying on TV,
you lie even more.
you just go free. You say, well, I didn't know I said that. Was I the one that said that? Okay, I said it. So what? That's it. So he just they don't find anything, bad about it because they are used to it.
So I think, do we have more? We still have like 2 minutes, so we
Yeah.
can continue. But I know this conversation is not going to end, because it's a big conversation to dig deep and dive in under and uproot all the things that need to be said. So we might change for our next session, and we might come back again. And we're also looking for people who want to come and bring other conversations, because I think where many voices are speaking out, we can all learn from each other. So thank you, Mr. Richard.
And then we have to continue to remind them that they have to go and subscribe.
Yes,
Because very,
subscribe,
don't
follow,
yeah don't be the only person to listen
enjoying
to this.
this.
Enjoy this. Just hey, tell your friend this is what have you heard this? Look at this discussion. Let it be. It's controversial. Let them see it, and they can always inbox. They can get in touch, and they can they like and share. Subscribe so that
Yes.
when we bring up another controversial video topic, you'll be able to you get the notification.
Thank you so much. I think you had it. Share, follow us, and also subscribe, so that you can be notified the next time we are uploading a new video. We are going to continue with many conversations that make life go round and make us human. And if you have a topic you'd like to hear from us, or from other people you'd like to see in our studio, kindly inbox us or email us, and we will be more than happy to welcome them here. Do you have anything to add,
No,
Mr. Richard?
that's it. Until next time.
That was
Stay.
a hot topic, and I loved it. I enjoyed it, and we are going to be back again with many, many conversations that are not out there in the community. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.